Hello there, welcome to Chapter 4. Section 1, we're going to begin talking about powers and exponents. In front of you, you should have the template. If you don't, I should have it posted on my website. You know where to find it. And let's begin with some vocabulary here. And the first vocabulary word for you is power. Again, as usual, as we go through the notes, please hit pause, stop, and think about what it is you're trying to learn. It'll make your life easier in the long run. Here, a power, what I did here was try to show it in an example. That's 2 to the power of 4. That whole thing, that 2 to the 4, that is a power. Okay, that's what it looks like if you have a number with an exponent. It says you read it as, or you could think of it as say, you read it or say it as 2, TWO, 2 to the power of 4. Okay, so you say the base and then you say the exponent when you read that. There, 2 to the power of 4. That's how you say that. Okay, well, the second word you need to know is what that 4 is called. That 4, we should know this, is called the exponent. So exponent, that's the second word for you. And the third word is the 2. Okay, and in 2 to the 4th power, or 2 to the power of 4, the 2 is called the base. So you have a base and an exponent there. Okay. Well, to solve that problem, the exponent, in this case, the 4 and 2 to the 4th. Okay, and 2 to the 4th, the exponent tells you how many times the base is multiplied. Okay, therefore, in 2 to the 4th power, that means you have the base multiplied 4 times. Like this. Okay, so 2 to the 4th is equal to 2 times 2 times 2. And if we were going to figure that out, we could put it in a calculator or we could work it out. 2 times 2 is 4 times this 2 times this 2. 4 times 2 is 8 times this 2. And 8 times 2 is 16. Okay, so quick recap. In 2 to the power of 4, the 2 is called the base and the 4 is called the exponent. Right there, okay? And then the base is multiplied the exponent number of times. Okay, simple enough for you, I hope. Let's look at some examples that will kind of mirror the type of homework that you will be doing. On this page right here, it says write each expression using exponents. Okay, let's look at number 1. 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. Well, the instructions say write using exponents. Okay, so they don't necessarily want me to figure out the final answer here. I have, let's count them up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 2's multiplied, so that's 2 to the power of 6. Okay, number 2, I have D multiplied 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I also have that multiplied 6 times. So that is equal to D to the power of 6. Okay, easy enough, I think. I hope for you. Number 3, notice what I have here. I have a parentheses, negative 1/4. Parenthesis, negative 1/4, parenthesis, negative 1/4. So I have negative 1/4 multiplied 3 times. This one, it's important that you put a parenthesis with negative 1/4. The reason you have to have that parenthesis there is because the negative sign is multiplied every time the 1/4 is multiplied. So you put that in parentheses, and then outside the parenthesis, you put the power, which is 3, or the exponent of 3. Okay, well, let's look at number 4. Might look a little bit scary to us. You have the number 4 multiplied 1 time. Then you have the letter m, the variable m, multiplied 3 times, 1, 2, 3 of them. And then you have a q multiplied 1, 2, 3 times. Okay, so if we're going to write this using exponents, what we would do is we would start with that 4, because that's a number. We always put the number up front. 4. Now I have 3 m's multiplied. Okay, so the base is m. Since it's multiplied 3 times, the exponent is 3. Q multiplied 3 times goes like this. So you have 4m to the third, q to the third is how you would rewrite this expression number 4. Number 5, notice what's happening right here. We have y to the third in parentheses. We have y to the third, and we have y to the third. We have 1, 2, 3 of them. Okay, so we have y to the third in parentheses. I'm sorry, y minus 3. I think I was saying y to the third. I meant y minus 3, y minus 3, y minus 3 to the power of 1, 2, 3 right there. And that's how you would write that answer for number 5. And you just leave it like this. Don't try to do anything else. Don't try to change that to y to the third minus 9. That's not right. Okay, number 6, you have a plus 1 2 times in parentheses. So if you were going to write that with exponents, you would go a plus 1 in parentheses, all to the power of 2. Okay, now as we roll into number 7 here, interesting question. They do a little application that is nothing too difficult for us here. If we have the longhorn beetle can have a body length of more than 2 to the 4th centimeters. How many centimeters long is this? Okay, so simply put, they're asking you to figure out what 2 to the 4th power is equal to. And we actually figured that out, that it's 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. We did that a few minutes ago, and we learned that that is 16. Now, I want to pause here for a moment because I want to show you. I'm going to try to click over to an online calculator. We'll see. This might not work, but we're going to give it a shot. Your calculator, you'll need to get familiar with. Now, if you use mine in class, they don't have these buttons, but some of these buttons can make your life easier. If we were going to figure out what 2 to the 4th was, I'm going to press the 2. Now, I'm going to press it here, and it should show up on the screen right in here. Okay, so I click 2. So there's the 2. It also shows it up here. There's a button on your calculator that either looks like this, x to the y, or it might be y to the x, or I'm going to click back to my my smart notebook here. So it might be one of these 3 buttons, x to the y. It might be y to the x, but probably it's this button that looks like this, that has a little caret that looks like that. Okay, that is basically an exponent button. All 3 of these. Now it depends on the type of calculator you have. So if I'm going to figure out 2 to the 4th is 16, I'm going to show you how to input that on the calculator. Watch this. 2, so I clicked 2 already. I'm going to click that button depending on your calculator. Now mine again is x to the y. So I click it. It gave me a little caret. That's probably the symbol right there that's on your calculator if you have a newer one. To the power of 4. Okay, and it's showing you up here what that is. 2 to the power of 4 equals 16, and it'll do that for you on your calculator. So what you'll want to do is learn how to do that, and we'll look at that in the next video when we get into solving some more of the questions. Okay, I am going to stop this video here as we're past 8 minutes, and I have a little time to go, but I'm going to need a lot of time, I know, for the next one. But I think if I stop now, I could wrap it all up in the next video here. So make sure you tune in to part 2, and we'll talk to you soon.